Hello everyone, welcome to another video of our series Growth Drivers of Upgrowth. I am Sahil Khare. I am a growth marketer and project manager at upGrowth. We have with us Adarsh today, and Adarsh is also an account manager and growth marketer at upGrowth. And today we are going to talk about this very hot trending topic in our industry called ChatGPT. इसके बारे में आज हम पूरी जानकारी लेने वाले हैं आदर्श से. So Adarsh, we'll straight away get into the topic. Tell us what ChatGPT is all about. ये इतना trending क्यों है? क्या? How does it work? Can you just tell us?
Thank you so much, Sahil, for having me here. And yes, ChatGPT, an interesting topic to cover today. So, to answer your question, ChatGPT is basically an AI platform which is specialized into conversational AI. It uses the technology of GPT-3. आप इसको ऐसा मान लीजिए कि कॉन्वर्सेशनल एआई का लेवल्स है. उसमें GPT-3 is the newest level that the humanity is working on as of now. And conversational AI पहले भी था. It has improved, and ChatGPT has given the power to access the power of access to everyone to GPT-3 technology. Um, just to give you a brief, ChatGPT can generate content or answers like a human.
Okay,
It is
that's
very
interesting.
interesting to sound. For example, if I ask ChatGPT, can you please tell me how is your day? So the answer which we will receive is something which a human can give.
Oh,
So
wow.
it can act as a master, it can act as a student, it can act as a guide, it can act as a content writer, as a digital creator, as anything like you who want to talk to. For example, if you ask ChatGPT, please act as a digital marketer and tell me what and how to create a measurement plan. We as marketers, we create measurement plan to track the complete website, and this is something that we know. When I asked this prompt, ChatGPT told me what is the measurement plan, then asked me, others, can you please give me some inputs so that I can create your measurement plan?
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, right? So I gave some inputs, and then they came back to me with uh, what are the pointers should I focus on while creating my measurement plans. So that was an interesting thing which I learned, and yes, I hope I've cleared what ChatGPT is. Interesting things ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, by the way, honestly speaking, इस interview और इस discussion के पहले, I was on ChatGPT and I actually asked ChatGPT what questions to ask about ChatGPT. तो
Okay.
ChatGPT को ही मैंने पूछा and these are the questions, these are the 10 questions which actually ChatGPT gave me, and these are on my screen right now. And the first question itself was, what is ChatGPT and how does it work? So I think you have
Amazing.
covered it. I'm going to ask two, three questions out of this list. And so my next question is कि अभी ये industry में ये disruption कैसे लाएगा? What kind of disruptions will ChatGPT bring in, let's say, the digital marketing industry, for example?
Great question, Sahil. So, or should I say, great question, ChatGPT.
नहीं,
uh,
this is not the question of ChatGPT. Unfortunately, ChatGPT did not give me this question.
okay. So, when we talk about disruption, uh, let's say the AI can adapt. AI can adapt based on the inputs they get. So there's a lot of things happening on the digital marketing front as well. Just say if you want to create a LinkedIn post, right? You're working on a LinkedIn marketing campaign and you want to create series of LinkedIn posts. ChatGPT can write those posts for you. You just have to tell ChatGPT what posts, what type of posts you want. It can write that post. So this is first. ChatGPT can also write blogs for you, SEO optimized blogs for you. You just have to give the correct input. So this is how ChatGPT works. You give ChatGPT an input, and then it will give you an output. The better the input, the better the output. garbage in, garbage out. If it's bad, the output will be very bad. If it's very good, your input is very specific, the output will be very specific. So we've talked about blogs, we've talked about LinkedIn campaigns. If you want Instagram hashtags, it can search hashtags for you. If you want Instagram captions, it can write captions for you. If you want strategies, it can give you strategies. Like, I'll not say detailed strategy, I'll not say something which will replace a digital marketer, not something like that. But for example, if somebody who doesn't know or does not have time to understand digital marketing, right, any busy founder, or let's say somebody who's starting up new, so he can get basics from ChatGPT. That is something very helpful. In terms of disruption, I think the content creation space, wherein we create content and we get more ideas, we talk, in that space, I think ChatGPT can be a disruption, because I've seen people create presentations. So I was talking to my sister, and my sister told me, I want to create a presentation, a detailed presentation, and that presentation was more than 20 pages long. And she shared me the presentation. I was like, wow, this must have taken you at least a day, at least a day. She told me I completed this in 1 hour
Wow.
because of ChatGPT. So she went in, gave the correct prompts. She got all the prompts. She got all the answers, and then she edited it in terms of what is required to tell in the presentation. What the tonality should be. It is not. So if you see, this is not copying. This is just telling your prompts. This
Mm-hmm.
is this is very helpful. This can work on a blog as well. And ChatGPT is not the only platform who's using GPT-3 technology. We have to understand ChatGPT is a product of GPT-3 technology. So there are different platforms as well who are using GPT-3 technologies, but ChatGPT is free out there, and it became viral.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think, yes, this can be a disruption in content creation space for sure. In generating ideas also. So if you ask ChatGPT about some ideas, as marketers style, right, you must have faced this problem a lot. Like, it takes time and it takes research to get new ideas.
Yeah.
Go to ChatGPT, ask for ideas for, let's say, a very specific thing, how to scale a email marketing campaign for a client, doing a revenue of $2 million a month, who is into a SaaS business with a target audience of, let's say, 25 to 30 years of age. Very specific, right? Very
Yeah.
specific. ChatGPT can give you answers.
Wow. Amazing. So this is very, very interesting. So I have now two questions on this. One is, what happens to the content creators now? Content creators, you mean to what by that I mean is content writers. Uh, Content writers are writing content day in, day out. They are thinking on their own. But like you said right now, if we give this input to ChatGPT, then it can give all the content on its own. And what will happen to the content writers now,
Again,
which are a very integral part of this digital marketing space.
agreed. Agreed. So ChatGPT is not perfect. I'll say it's not perfect. When I was trying ChatGPT for, let's say, getting some research, right? Please, ChatGPT, can you please give me top 5 ebooks?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We make listicles all the time for our blogs, right? Can you
Yeah.
give me top 5 ebooks in any domain? I don't remember the domain, but I've searched for ebooks. Every ebook link that ChatGPT gave me was wrong.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it gave me Amazon links; those links were not working. So I'll stay. It is in the initial stages.
Okay.
ChatGPT also cannot replace humans in terms of, let's say there's a brand tonality, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to focus on brand tonality.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can incorporate brand tonality, but not as good as a content writer.
Okay. Okay.
Like, if somebody asked ChatGPT, can you please write a Twitter post like Shashi Tharoor?
Mm-hmm.
So they wrote it like Shashi Tharoor, but a Shashi Tharoor can write it better than ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Is what
Okay.
I'm saying. Second is
Okay.
what ChatGPT will give you is always have to be proofread and checked. You
Okay.
always so content writer uh, writes the content, and a lot of time content writer wears another hat of a researcher and researches and then writes.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to researching and then writing, I think ChatGPT has a long way to go because let's take example of upgrowth, right? Uh, if a content writer from upgrowth will write about upgrowth, they have much more input compared to what somebody can feed into ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
uh, if we talk about any marketing campaign, the content writer will have insights from the landing page, the content writer will have insights from the ads team, will have insights from the analytics team, will have insights from like their years of experience as well, right? This is
Yeah.
something ChatGPT will not have insights to.
Okay.
How
Okay.
will we tell ChatGPT that the analytics team told us that people are not scrolling down
Mm-hmm.
and this is the exact landing page we want to optimize?
Yeah.
How will we tell ChatGPT that? Like this is, I think this is the next phase of uh, this will come down the line, and this is combining a lot of things, but it can assist. I'll say it
Mm.
is in an assisting role
Okay.
compared
Okay.
to replacing the content
Right.
writers. It can assist or it can create basic content. For example, write a blog. They can write a
Mm-hmm.
blog, but you should have the research with you. You should have the expertise with you to understand the blog and then edit it according to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
for example, in very small things, like you want to get a cover letter done. So in a cover letter, you have only 5 points or 10 points to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can give those 5 points to ChatGPT and it can write an amazing cover letter for you. That is possible.
Okay.
But when it requires intelligence, uh, again, but still you have to edit the cover letter. That is regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But if it requires intelligence, a lot of research, a lot of background work, ChatGPT is something that we cannot rely on as of today.
Okay, great. Okay, so you said my second question is on the same, that Chat GPT, you said, is assisting content writers, or it can be used to assist us in creating better content or creating more content.
Correct.
So how can content writers, social media marketers, digital marketers, uh, all of these people use Chat GPT effectively in whatever they are doing in their day-to-day activity?
Great. Okay. So first, give good prompts. Give good prompts, insightful prompts, like detailed prompts first. Second, use Chat GPT. You will understand after using Chat GPT what kind of questions or what kind of answers it gives. So as a marketer, I felt that Chat GPT can give you ideas,
Mhm.
but those ideas are not something that is way out of the box. This is what
Okay.
I felt. But
Mhm.
uh, let's say for a content writer, it can help create content, and then the
Right.
content writer can come in as an expert and then can edit it. It saves a lot
Okay.
of time. For a social media marketer, I think the relevant hashtags and the relevant trends, and I'll not say trends, but relevant hashtags can be generated, or let's say the relevant captions can be generated. It can also give you a lot of social media management strategies. You can ask difficult problems as well. If you are a social
Mhm.
media, for example, I'm not able to increase my followers after 2000, after 20,000 k followers on Instagram. What should I do?
Mhm. Okay.
It can be very specific, but we don't know what the answers are as of today. Like it
Right.
can be very actionable, it can be very, let's say, bookish.
Mhm.
It depends. As of now, what I felt is in between. Like it's not
Mhm.
that actionable, it's not that bookish. It is okayish as of today.
Yeah.
But uh, but we have to always keep in mind that this is just 2 months.
Right.
In 2 months, more than 100 million people have used ChatGPT. Like it has inputs of more than 100 million people in
Mhm.
2 months. And if we go down the line, let's say after a year, it will have crazy amount of people using ChatGPT for all kind of different things, which is
Yeah.
integratable in all kinds of different platforms.
Right.
Just to share an insight, the after ChatGPT was launched in the end of November,
Mm-hmm.
We were very excited what ChatGPT is. I got to know about ChatGPT from upGrowth's newsletter, which Amol sir shared. So, by the way, if anyone who is listening to this is not a subscriber of a newsletter, please subscribe to our newsletter. We share interesting things in our newsletter, such as ChatGPT. So I also got to know about ChatGPT from there, and then I started using it. After some time, I got to know there's an extension which is available only for emails, which can reply to your emails, looking at the
Wow.
what looking at what the person has replied. For example, the other day there was a task assigned to me. So ChatGPT automatically wrote acknowledged. This will be completed by tuck 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 tuck. This.
Mhm.
I just have to give the prompt that
Okay.
I will complete this task, let's say by 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And ChatGPT will make a complete email.
Wow.
I just have to write 5 lines, and it created an email for, let's say, more than 2 paragraphs for me
Mhm. Right.
automatically. So we can see different integrations coming up in
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
platforms. For example, there's other day we were searching about ChatGPT's integration, and we got to know that it is now integrated with browsers. So if you
Mhm.
search, let's say for anything, the ChatGPT answer will also be there in the search results.
Okay.
Again, an interesting thing. So
Yeah.
now we understand it is not only getting data from people who are going to ChatGPT's website, but it is also getting data from all the services which are integrated to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will have inputs from my emails. ChatGPT will have inputs from my searches,
Mhm.
which will help ChatGPT make a better, very good product, is what I feel.
Awesome. 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 And there's also a paid version of ChatGPT. I think it's called ChatGPT Plus. So can you tell a bit more about that as well? What's the difference?
Okay, so ChatGPT Plus is launched very recently. We are recording this on 3rd of February, which is launched on 1st of February. So ChatGPT Plus is basically a $20 a month subscription service, which will allow users to use ChatGPT's premium features when they are launched. Like new feature introduction will be rolled out to the subscribers first, and you will be able to use ChatGPT even in peak hours. So
Okay.
why this is important? So a lot of times when I wanted to use ChatGPT crashed
Mm-hmm.
because it's, again, we have to accept it's a free service, and they need very big servers to handle that kind of load, right?
Yeah.
100 million users in 2 months. That requires a hell lot of infrastructure.
Right.
Uh, so ChatGPT crashed a lot of times. People with subscription will have access to ChatGPT 24/7. It will not crash for them, and new features will be rolled out to them. Uh, it helps. Practically speaking, I was looking for a solution for ChatGPT for a marketing campaign. I was looking for 1 or 2 lines, or let's say 1 or 2 enhancements, or what can be better. But ChatGPT was not working that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to reach out to the content writer, and then I got the work done, but it was crashed that time. Uh, if,
Mm-hmm.
if, if, if content writer was not available and I was not able to come up with a better line, then we have to pause it, right? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
so this is what the subscription is.
Mhm. Okay. Fine. So now I'm going to ask you two, three questions which actually ChatGPT has given me. So this is from the list of those 10 questions. So this is a very interesting question. What are the ethical and privacy considerations with using ChatGPT?
When it comes to ethical, let's say we are giving an exam,
Mhm.
uh, or let's say we have to make a assignment, and the students are asked to get to write the complete assignment, if they get it from ChatGPT, I think there are ethical concerns there. Uh, let's say we have to come up with a marketing strat. So when it comes to work, um I feel work is always get the work done, regardless you do it yourself, you do it from 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, get the work done, get the results. But when it comes to learning, assignments and students, and that I think can be plagiarized. Uh, and one more thing is that chat gpt is based on inputs written by other people, inputs present on the website which is written by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I am taking content from someone who has not given me permission to access it, but I
Okay.
am
Okay.
accessing it,
Right.
and then taking it as a prompt. ChatGPT will automatically take it as a prompt. I'll not give the link,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it learns from the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is an I think there is a case going on ChatGPT or an AI company which took inspiration um, from a copyrighted, or let's say, or a IP protected blog, let's say, or
Mm-hmm.
some type of digital asset. They
Okay.
took inspiration from that and gave the results based on that IP protected digital asset. So
Mm-hmm.
that company filed a case against the AI product. That how
Okay.
can you take what is
Mm-hmm.
our IP? So I think this
Right.
is the ethical concern, or let's say uh, the plagiarism, wherein the plagiarism and everything comes in.
Yeah.
When it comes to privacy, frankly speaking, privacy, we all know privacy is little difficult to maintain in the digital era, and being digital marketers, we understand it very well. Uh,
Yeah.
when it comes to privacy, again, something which is your protected IP is a classic example of privacy infringement
Mm-hmm.
and an ethical problem at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will come in, and ChatGPT is also storing your data, right? It is
Mm-hmm.
also storing what are the type of prompts you're given.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think after a point in time, they will understand what kind of uh, things you like,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of prompts you give, so ChatGPT always has a up mark and a down mark, thumbs up and thumbs down on
Mm-hmm.
every answer it gives,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So it will understand after a time that according to your personality, what kinds of answers you are up, thumbs down.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And there they can do user profiling, and then again it takes a toll on privacy.
Yeah. Yeah. They have so much of data with them right now. It's unbelievable. And yeah, the next question is I think you've already spoken about this, but this is a question which ChatGPT has given. So, can you just quickly tell what are the limitations of ChatGPT? Where
Again,
and in which scenarios it won't work?
research. I'll say research for sure. Providing correct links. um, I'll say getting the tonality and getting the insights, which is not compared to human. We're just comparing it to human, but it is not human.
Mhm.
Um, in scenarios where intellect is required, a scenario where experience is required,
Mhm.
in creating any type of digital content, or let's say content in general, will chat gpt. So for example, you can create LinkedIn descriptions, but you cannot create a LinkedIn strategy.
Mhm.
It is very tactical in nature, I will say.
Mhm.
It can function as a human brain, uh, if you want to consider that way, or let's say human brain of a child
Okay. Okay.
can give you what you say, but it cannot think. I think
Mhm.
AIs can think, that is very problematic.
Yeah, and how can we know that something is taken from ChatGPT? Is that possible to find out? Can these simple plagiarism tools find that out, or what's the case there?
People are working on it, I'll say. People are working on it. There are tools out there already who can tell you, looking at the answer, that it is generated by AI.
Hmm.
But we have no scientific proven or generally accepted parameter, let's say.
Hmm.
Because as the tool enhances, as the plagiarism tool enhances, the plagiarizer also enhances.
Yeah.
Chat GPT will also up its game so that the
Yeah.
tool will not able to catch it.
Right.
So
Right.
it's it's like it's like
Cat
a
and
go,
mouse.
yes, it's like going battle. But to answer your question, yes, there are tools out there, and yes, people are already working on tools to catch Chat GPT created, or let's say any AI generated content. I'll give you an insight. Um so we were hiring for a content role at upgrowth, and we in a copy test we saw that somebody pasted content from AI. How do we know that? Because we understood that the grammar which is used is not making sense,
Hmm.
and the content writer, the head of content at upgrowth, pointed that out, that there is no way this is written by a human being,
Hmm.
because a human being will not use a will not use language like this,
Hmm.
and not when you're applying for a content role.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think this is a limitation. But AI tools are. I'm not saying this is Chat GPT. I'm saying this is an AI tool. If we
Hmm.
look at Chat GPT, it comes under an umbrella of AI tools. Again, we missed to mention that Chat GPT is being worked upon by OpenAI
Yeah. Yeah.
from 2015. It is not something that popped up today. 7 years of background work is done to get this product out.
Hmm.
And OpenAI, we know, is owned by uh, Mr. Elon Musk. So uh, again, financial and intellectual resources were given to OpenAI
Yeah.
last 7 years in the background to reach here. We don't know what they hold till now. We still don't know what type of AIs and what level of AIs they have.
Hmm.
It is just the chat GPT that they've given to the public.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't know what all OpenAI has.
Right. Great. And my last question now is, and this is also a question given by ChatGPT. What are the future plans that you see, or what does the future of ChatGPT look like to you? What do you want out of it?
What do I want out of it? Should not take any jobs. Um I want ChatGPT to be, let's say, reliable. Let's
Mhm.
say, should reduce the research work. I'm only saying pointers from my and my colleagues' personal experiences. There are n number of use cases. I see ChatGPT creating a website in future.
Mhm.
I see ChatGPT creating UI UX designs, giving solid strategies, taking more things as input. For
Mhm.
example, a text, image, sheet, CSV files, images, videos as inputs so that it can make the output better.
Mhm. Right.
I see Chat GPT as a tool which everybody has if it's free, and
Mhm.
if the money is invested, because they have the money, they have the resources, if because Mr. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. So if that is invested in the done in the proper way, I see in some time Chat GPT is on everybody's computer. By the way, people who are not interested in technology, we as digital marketers are always up our games, right? In when it comes to technology, what kinds of technology that we can use. But my friend who is not related to technology, who is not at all related to technology, new age technologies, is talking about Chat GPT. My younger sister, who is not related to technology, who is studying, is talking about Chat GPT. And at the same time, people who are 30, 31, not related to an industry which is dependent on technology, are talking about ChatGPT. So I think I see this as disrupting a lot of things, and I see this as a revolution. So AI revolution has already come, but I think this is just scaling it to the next level.
Right,
This is what
right,
iPhone did, right? With mobile phones, with touchscreen phones. Touchscreen phones were already out there. iPhone just took it from here to there. I think Chat GPT can do the same for AI.
right. Awesome, awesome. So thanks a lot, Adarsh. It was great chatting with you. We learned a lot about ChatGPT. I also learned a few new things. So it was great talking to you, and to all our viewers. Hope you enjoyed this, and see you in the next episode of Grow Drivers of Upgrowth.
Thank you so much, Sahil, for having me. Thanks.